여러분 안녕, Ashley입니다, and today we're doing a reading for Heeseung of Enhypen. If my hair looks crazy, it's because I actually blow dried it, and now I feel like it's living its own life. And yeah, if it looks crazy, it's because I kind of did something with it, and this is why I don't ever bother. Anyway, if anybody, which I'm sure is none of you, were curious about that poltergeist cup what disappeared. Dad found it in a closet, in the hall closet. Don't know why it was there. Must have went in there for something, I imagine. Forgot he put it in there. But yeah, that's where it is, or was. And anyway, let's get into this reading, shall we? First card up. Fairy Festival card. This is all about contemplation and putting in hard work. It's kind of like the Harvest card. You have to put in the effort in order to get the rewards back. So it's kind of like success through hard work. But it's also like a contemplation card. So he has to sit down and really think about what he wants, how he wants to go about achieving those things, and putting in the necessary effort to get where he wants to be. Is this the kid, like, I like Enhypen, but I don't like, follow them or anything. Is this the one that had something come up recently, a few weeks ago, month ago, whenever the hell it was? Why do I feel like I saw something trending on Twitter? You'll let me know, I'm sure. Didn't something happen with this kid? Didn't he say something? Or people think he said something? I don't know. Let me know, because I don't remember, but I feel like I saw something. Next up is a queen card. This is the Seamither card. She's all about stability, partnerships, and the creation of art and music. So this could be him having a stable partnership, working relationship with the other members. It could also be another kind of business partnership, like a collaboration or something that he's working on with someone that will be stable and beneficial in the long run to the creation of music, which is his chosen profession. Like that. Let's see. The Yule Festival is about rebirth, recovery, enlightenment, a change of consciousness, having a revelation, and contemplation. If this is that guy, maybe he's taking time to sit and think about who he wants to be as a person, how he's being perceived by people, his actions, his words, things like that. Rediscovering himself, trying to evolve as a person, which is good. I think that's a good thing for most people. You should always be growing and evolving, and don't take it from somebody who's pretty much a stagnant person. It sucks. It's not. It's easy and it's comfortable, but don't do it. He's young. He can still, not me. I'm old. This is it. This is how it's gonna be. He's got potential. What was the next card? This is about leaving behind the known for the unknown. Normal life being overturned. A breath of fresh air. So kind of like maybe starting over. Leaving your comfort zone. Maybe having to do something you're not comfortable with doing. Something that maybe makes you nervous or a little scared. Could be something he's working on. Could be him, like this Yule card. Rebirth, recovery, enlightenment. Maybe he's working on himself and entering a new phase of his life, expanding as a person, and that alone can be scary. Um, and kind of like starting over. Or if he is the one that's had that little whatever it was, um, maybe it has to do with that. Maybe now he's like, oh no, have I ruined everything? And he's a little bit nervous. Do people hate me now? How, like, I don't know. I don't know what happened. I feel like I've seen his name recently. I don't look into anything before I do these. I literally Google an image, and that is all that I do. For when I shuffle the cards, that's what I do that for. So you'll have to elaborate for me. Let's see what the next one is. The White Lady. The White Lady. The White Lady is about a place or specific event that leads to a great change in somebody's thinking or way of life. So there could be something that happened to him that's now making him see things differently. You know? Leaving behind the known for the unknown. Enlightenment, revelation, rebirth, change of consciousness. I think he's growing as a person. He could be working on something. He could have been in a situation where he was inspired, but it could also be that he's had a realization that he's not the kind of person he wants to be. And maybe because we got that creation of art and music, maybe that's where we'll start to see him, because he's a musician. He's drawn to expressing himself through music. I think he's going through a shift in maturity, a shift in personality. He's growing and expanding as a person. Let's see what the last one is. Wayland Smith. Wayland Smith is the last card for pile 1. This is about kind of, because if you see, you can go back and like pause the close up. This guy is sitting at an anvil forging something. This card is about creation, hard work, but it's also a card about transmutation, creating something from something else, creating something new from something old. So he might be like outgrowing the person he currently is and is moving into a more mature energy, a more positive energy. Hard work. I think he's working on himself. And that partnership card could be with other people, his members, friends, whatever. And he might be more comfortable expressing himself through his music, because most musicians are, right? Let's see. Pile 2. Y'all, I have tea tonight, because I'm not filming this at the time I normally do. It is 8:10 at night. But I made the mistake of putting it in my insulated cup, so it's like boiling lava hot, and I really want some. But I took a sip before I started this, and I'm pretty sure I just destroyed half my mouth. Screw it. We're doing it. Not you. This. Cross your fingers it doesn't kill me. Alright, better. Slightly better. Nope, too much. Too hot. Okay, should have left it with that first one. Oh my god. I gotta stop putting hot drinks in the insulated cup, man. I know that's what it's for, but I don't like hot drinks that much. The mouth is very delicate, damn it. First card. Page of Swords. Page of Swords is about confidence, inspiration, being motivated to take on whatever life brings you, right? So if he's currently having a hard time, if he's got a history of having a hard time, he is now maybe moving into the space of being mature enough and emotionally stable and comfortable enough, confident enough to look these issues head on, you know? Be like, okay, this happened, whether it's through actions of his own or something else, he's realizing, all right, I have to deal with this. I have to face this. That's good. Because, as much as people would like to ignore things and hope they go away, it's not how it works. Most of the time. It's not how it works. Ooh, yeah. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse is about taking responsibility, starting over, coming clean, turning over a new leaf, which we saw also in pile 1. Leaving behind any troubled past, chaotic past, toxic energy sort of thing, and moving on to a brand new existence. And sometimes you have to move on from certain people or certain places, anything like toxic energy. I think he's having a moment, like a realization that maybe he's not completely the person he wants to be. And he's making the efforts to be better, which is great. Let's see what the next one is. Six of Swords. Okay. The swords are also like mental cards, so there's a lot of thinking going on here. 3 of them? Yeah. He's a lot in his head right now. But the Six of Swords is about letting go of hate and healing, moving forward. Recognizing negative behavior that you've had towards others, displaying any negative behavior you've displayed towards people, and noticing that you need to change that. Making the effort to change and get rid of those actions, those behaviors, removing them from your life. Because those are going to help him be on track to becoming a better person, the person he's meant to be. So, yeah, I think he's recognized some behavior in himself he's maybe wasn't really aware of, or has now realized he's not comfortable with that part of himself, so he's working on it and he's developing himself as a person. That's nice. That's good. That's good. I like when you can recognize, even if somebody has to say, to like, pull, sometimes like you don't realize and then your friend pulls you over and be like, hey, look, you're being like a bitch. Stop. Could be a situation like that. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes you need a little nudge to be like, oh my God, I can't believe I was acting like that. I'm a jackass and I'm sorry. But I think anytime somebody's able to recognize negative traits in themselves, acknowledge them, and put effort towards improving those traits, that's a good thing. Somebody's willing to grow and expand and better themselves is always good. 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is about neglected social life, which, hello, pandemic, we all are. But also his job doesn't really, I think, lend too much of a social life. But it's also about gossip, frustration, but also no matter how bad things get, things always turn back around. Good. That's it. So maybe he's been hearing some things and it's made him realize that things need to change, something needs to change, he needs to work on something. Let's see, the next one is 6 of Wands in reverse. Is about failure, but not like stepping stone failure. Like, okay, this didn't work, let's try something else. But also like being gracious, not letting your success get to your head. It's like because there's 6 and 6 is even, it's also like a card of balance. So making sure that you're balancing yourself. If he's too much worrying about something, that's also not good. So maybe he is. I think he's maybe got some stuff that he's trying to work on, and maybe it's making him worry a little bit. Or he's worried about something, and that's why he's working on himself. But he can't get, like, hyper-focused. Yeah, I think that this card is more about him finding balance. Like, better yourself, but don't get, like, obsessed with it. You know? Because then, you ever see those people that are just, like, too much? Too much positive to the point where you're like, that can't be. Like, that just can't. They, like, walk around with, like, rose-colored glasses and don't realize the world is actually kind of a shit show. You can be positive and realize the world is also a shit show. You know, he's got to watch and make sure that he doesn't become like, everything is sunshine and rainbows and things are great. Because it's not true. Better himself without blinding himself to everything else, you know? Last one. Five of Cups in reverse. I like this. This is about finding peace and acceptance and healing and forgiveness. Overcoming your obstacles, which we saw earlier. Maybe still feeling a little bit shame and guilt about something that happened. But acknowledging that you have to take responsibility and learn your lesson. You know? Which he could be in that area now. He might have done something where he screwed up. Or people thought he screwed up. Whatever. I don't know the situation. But maybe he's taking, like, a step back. Yeah, maybe he's taking a step back, reevaluating himself, taking responsibility, learning from his actions, behavior, things like that. Which is good, which is what you want somebody to do. Let's see. Last pile. Ooh, the Sun. The Sun is good. The Sun is nice. The Sun is about happiness and optimism. If you're going through a hard time, things are going to get better, probably sooner rather than later. But also embracing life's lessons for what they are, which are learning tools, right? Like, if he's learned a lesson, like we saw in that last card, embrace it. They're here to help you. These things are meant to happen for a reason. Ooh, and the Moon in reverse. The Moon in reverse is about overcoming fear and conquering anxiety, gaining clarity, time to face your problems head on, which we saw earlier as well. Self-help options are also something that is prevalent with this card to help work through things like anxiety or whatever he might be feeling, or to help him process. Which that partnership thing could be that too. Whether he's talking to a friend or like a professional or something, whatever he's got going on. But yeah, also exercise and meditation might not be a bad idea, because the Moon in reverse is that a spider? Is that a spider? Yeah, it's a spider. Hold on. Y'all, I am very arachnophobic. I am extremely arachnophobic. That is not okay. I'm sorry. You do not come up in my house. You do not invade my video space like that. Oh, no. You guys probably didn't see it. I swear to God, it was like this big, teeny, tiny little, like, it was... My blanket down here is white. Do you see this? It was like this color. I think it was picking up light from my ring light, and that's the only reason why I saw it. I'm sorry. The only reason I was able to kill it was because it was tiny. That is not okay. I don't like that. Should have stayed outside in its own habitat where it belonged. I'm sorry. If you don't like killing spiders, I'm sorry. I cannot have that anywhere near my sleeping space. I can't. I can't. It should have stayed outside in its own home, out in nature. The garden is beautiful. Do not come in here. Taking your life in your hands. Sorry. Anyway, holy crap. Spider anxiety through the roof now. Anyway, these two cards, when they come out together, which I don't even know if I've ever even seen this before in my life, kind of means that maybe he's allowing his imagination and emotions to take control. Maybe that's what that balance card was about. it's too much of this emotional upheaval, anxieties, fears, self-deception, things like that. And maybe it's conflicting with him trying to better himself. And you can't just get rid of these things overnight. Fears. You saw me with that spider. If that ain't... I understand fear, okay? That's my fear. That's my irrational phobia. Actually, it's not irrational because they have venom and they can poison you and you can die. Okay? It's not irrational if the son of a bitch can kill you. Anyway, I can't. I freaking can't. It's been a week, okay, you guys? It has friggin' been a week. Where's my tea? Oh, God damn it. This whole day is now ruined. Honestly, I thought it was fuss from that blanket floating around. I really was hoping it was. Anyway, enough. That's enough of the spider chat. All right. 7 of Swords in reverse. Didn't we have that already? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Yeah, 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords twice in reverse. Okay. I like when I get 2 cards that come out. It's like a little bit of a confirmation. This isn't, again, about taking responsibility, coming clean, starting over, turning over a new leaf, acknowledging your negative behavior, right? Wanting to change, because these things are going to help him progress and be the person he wants to be. I like that one. Seems relevant with all the other, everything else we're getting. Okay. This is, in this deck, this is the Jupiter card. It's also the Hierophant in traditional tarot, or the Pope in some decks. He's all about wisdom, right? And maybe needing to set some boundaries. Or to maintain, like, conventional boundaries, which I'm pretty sure most people's personal boundaries are, like, conventional boundaries. Like, you know, don't be in my space, don't pry into my business, don't ask about things that aren't your business. You know what I mean? Mind your own business. Keep your distance and mind your own business is my personal boundaries. And I feel like that's a lot. That's, like, societal standard, right? Like, strangers don't come up to you on the street and get in your face and start asking you personal shit, you know? Maybe this has to do with him taking some time from, like, setting boundaries, stepping back a little bit, pulling himself back from something that's less forward, less public. And from what I'm seeing, maybe not a bad idea. Taking time for yourself is usually a pretty good idea if you're trying to work through some stuff. Next one, 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is kind of like the feeling burdened, overextending yourself, kind of maybe feeling like you're struggling a little bit. But it's also the hard work and responsibility card. So again, could be taking responsibility, could feel responsible for something, putting in hard work. He got a lot of that. So I think he's putting in the work and effort necessary for whatever it is he's trying to do, whether that's better himself as a person or work on a project. Could be a little bit of both, because we got that art and music card. The art and music could be his way, because I saw that in that pile of it. Like, that could be his way of working through things, of expressing himself and helping himself work through his fears and anxieties and stuff. You know, like a lot of times you go to therapy, they tell you to keep a journal. Same thing, right? But the 10 of... I keep wanting to say swords. It's not. It's wands. It also reminds you that anything in excess can be unhealthy. So don't, like, shut yourself in. Don't completely close yourself off. But it's also take a look at where you are, where you're spending your time and your energy, and making sure that these things are beneficial to you and they're helping you do what you want to do, achieve what you want to achieve. Do you have balance? Are you too much over here and not enough over here? So he needs to make sure he's not super like over focused, you know? Last card is the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about creative confidence, moving into a state of fearlessness, connecting with your inner self, and using your own originality and talents to carve your own path. Yeah, I think maybe he needs to take some personal time, you know, connect with himself, find out who he wants to be, what he wants, how he wants things to go. Because I think he's growing as a person, maybe recognizing some things in himself he's not crazy about, that maybe he wasn't aware of, or didn't realize that, you know, how he was coming across. But I think it's going to end well. He doesn't really have any bad cards. He still has creation of music, which is great. This card is also about creative confidence. This Page of Wands. So I think he's creating maybe a new version of himself. He's growing as a person, and he's maybe using that to create new music, or he's writing music to help him process what he's feeling, like most musicians do. You know, working through his current experiences, things in his life, by creating music, which is what he knows and what he's comfortable with. Let's see what this Oracle card is. He got the Illusion. This card is kind of the Desire to Escape Reality card. Noticing only the things that are on the surface. Realizing that you're only noticing the shallow things. And acknowledging the fact that you need to adapt, or having actually that you have the ability to adapt. So I think this is kind of like, he might be too much living in one world and not enough. Yeah. And he's aware of that, and he's now balancing himself out. Or making sure he doesn't swing too far one way and not the other, like I said before. Anyway. Interesting. I think he's growing as a person. And things look like they're going to be good for him. You know, he's maybe got some stuff to work on. And he's aware, and he's taking steps towards doing that. Anyway, that has been Heeseung's reading. If you like this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a video, 11 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursdays. If you want, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My name's in the description box down below, and I will see you guys next time.